and think through the positions and keep the muscle memories alive in my head of the things that I've been working very hard on. So, yeah, it's easy enough for me to have the brown belt. And other people would take the day off. Other people say, oh, my coach ain't here. No need to do any work. Some of you would do that. I don't want to do that. I want to go do work. I like being productive. A year from now, I want my black belt. The main point I want to make to you folks is like, you can do a lot more than you think. You know, when I was a dumbass kid, you know, dropped out of high school, I was sitting in county jail when I was 17 years old, 1997. Yeah, no, that seems like a far distance from where I'm at now. Most of you don't even know how good I'm living. It's so good, it's unimaginable. I can't even believe it myself day to day. Things are so good, it's unimaginable from earlier in life. And but what I did know is like, you know what? I can outwork anybody. I can think better than almost anybody. I can outwork anybody. And that combination of things together, you can do anything you want. You can have anything you want. You can have the best everything in life. You can have the best everything in life if you're not a lazy bitch. If you just exterminate that laziness from your mind and do everything you can do today, and then do a couple more things. And then tomorrow, wake up and get to work and do everything you can do tomorrow. And before you go to sleep, when you're exhausted, do a couple more things. Do more than any other human would. Do more than any other human could. And a few years later, you'll be so far ahead. It won't happen overnight. It won't happen in a week. It won't happen in a month. But you know, you can make a hell of a difference in a year. People really underestimate the progress they could make in a year. And you know, if you did that in the first year, you could do even more in the second year. If you did that, you could do even more in the third year. And you know, about that time, you already separated the gap significantly from who you would have been in your close to flatline trajectory to who you're now becoming in a significantly higher trajectory. But nobody can do it except you. Nobody can do the work for you. No one can do the work for you. So you got to outsource the things that you can. You got to have the discipline to do the things that you can do yourself. If your coach is not there to hold your little, you know, weenie smelling hand, then go do it by yourself. I don't need somebody to come lift weights with me. I like it when I have friends I lift weights with all the time. I like it, but I don't need it. I have coaches that I train MMA with all the time. I like it, but I don't need it. I still spend a couple hours just rolling around by myself, thinking through movements, thinking through positions, thinking on things I've been working on, thinking about things I saw in videos when I wasn't physically training. I could go play around in my fancy new car instead. I might do that later tonight, but I'm gonna get my work done first. I'm gonna go lift those weights after this. I'm gonna go take care of, I got 15 or so things on my to-do list. They're little things, but while my coaches aren't here this week, well, I don't have a coach. When would be a better time to catch up on all those little things? This is the time. This is the time. So we don't need a week off to celebrate. We don't need a week off for anything. I don't need a day off. I work every day. You should too. I'm working on the holiday. I work on every other holiday. I work on Christmas. I was looking at the schedule. Thanksgiving, it'll be the third Thanksgiving in a row that Jake Shields is over here. We're going to be training on Thanksgiving. That's what we do. It happened that way on the calendar. If in the future it happens otherwise, I'll have to reschedule him to make sure he's here on Thanksgiving because that's what we do. All right. So if not, somebody else would be here on Thanksgiving, but you get the idea. Actually, I called Glover a while ago. I said, hey, can you come at Christmas? I only had a couple openings left for the rest of the year. I got my MMA schedule planned 6 months ahead of time. I said, hey, how do you feel about coming on Christmas? He's like, yeah, I'll come. Glover will be here in September. Glover will be back for Christmas. I'm going to train every day. And that's how you go through, that's how you get those advancements.
And thank you so much for the course. I mean, it was really
I got to make a decision, sir. Are you going to be, who are you going to be? Are you going to be?
I have an answer. All right.
Okay. Are you going to be?
We're not playing. We're not playing.
Sure
I just
about
got off the phone.
You sure about that?
Yeah. I just got off the phone with Levi after 30 minutes. I don't flip flop. I don't. What?
It's a waste of time.
I know exactly. No,
You be fixated on Brevin.
exactly. Not really Brevin, but be real. Brevin.
No, Brevin.
Yeah. Okay.
Brevin. We need Brevin in full alignment.
I got you.
Full
I'm
alignment.
not playing, bro. I'm not playing. I'm here. Divine will, bro. That's what it is. Divine will.
Be the example.
Say less.
Do we have your audit for the week?
No.
Enlighten me.
You know, I said we need to step the intensity up, or I need to, but we need to. The last 4 days,
Yep.
sabbatically, I was way off. Way out of the line.
Where's your phone? What apps are on your phone?
What's with the new phone? That's
What apps pay you?
say less.
What
Say
apps are
less. Say less.
imperative to your growth and development? There should be nothing in your life other than essentials.
Say less. And that's what I'm saying. Intensity needs to be stepped up. Accountability needs to be stepped up. I need to be pressed, pushed. I'm not playing with this thing. I'd rather be dead than not do be real.
You have a
It's
paper
be
and
real or
pen?
nothing. Yes, sir.
What right now, if you think of your 168, what are the distractions? Why are they there? I mean, this Saturday and last Saturday, what are the distractions and why are they there?
I'll be right with you. I wrote this on my whiteboard. Three things: create and clean. Cleanliness is godliness. Recoup and recharge, real charge, right? And then real work, like whether it's be real or making money. Those three things. That's really it. We're getting hot, bro.
How much time did you sleep
Today?
in the last 7 days?
No. That's what I'm saying. The intensity needs to be stepped up from an accountability standpoint from you as the leader and me as a leader, where like that's like a thing. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's on you, it's on me. But I'm saying like that window shit, that like 2 to 3 p.m. window.
I'll tell you something very serious, because this is what happens. I'm going to tell you something very serious.
I'm listening.
Only one person dies if you fuck up. I want you to always remember that.
Say less.
I build everything because even when I look at this, why do I want a community and not a mansion? Because if you go blow your house up, you blew your house up. You did that. You're someone else that didn't want. If you want to smoke in your house, you can smoke in your house. If you want to have your house clean, you can have your house clean. You want to have your house dirty, you can have your house dirty. In the common space, we don't play like that. But what you do in your home is in your home, right? But within these spaces, you have to remember, you have to eat the decisions you make. Those consequences will affect you sleeping at night,
Right.
right?
Right. And I'm saying I want this shit. I'm not requiring anything out of you or extracting any TA from you extra or whatever. I'm just saying, like, I need, like, for me, I'm saying this is a manifestation for me.
So let's get
I
rid
need
of the
to
book.
go full
What
shit
needs to,
pay.
you got to die.
Okay.
You have to die.
Yes, exactly. Well, I just fasted
No more
for
playing deeper than fasting. You got to
Yeah,
dopamine
say less.
detox. You got to get rid of everything.
say
Everything needs to go. Everything you think is Brevin needs to go, so you can know who the fuck Brevin is. That's what we're here to discover. Real is discovering who the fuck people are. People are scared to do this. 30 days
I know.
of questions. Remove this. Delete this. Don't. No call. No church. No. Who are you? Sit in the room by yourself. People run all against walls. People will rather die than answer those questions.
Are you ready? Because I'm ready.
I'm always ready.
I know you're always ready.
I walk in a tight fucking rope. Tight.
I'm not
rope.
playing. I'm not playing it, bro.
Tight rope.
This is the only reason I'm here.
It doesn't matter if you're playing or not. You got to make a decision.
I'm telling you, my decision is made right now on the record. Or now, whatever. I'm not
Who's
playing.
Brevin? Who? What's the vision that you have for Brevin? What is the future?
A divine creative executive artist of one of the baddest companies in the world.
How would your 16-year-old self see you?
Now,
As the divine creative executive artist.
I knew I was special and I was here for a reason. That God sent me from wherever I came from. As a prophet.
Talk to me. What does that look like?
In control. Discipline. Because no one can fuck with me or you or y'all or whatever. Because in business, they're not spiritual. They're not doing real shit. So the playing field isn't even and you know that. You know?
When you know, you know.
I know. But
I don't
get
believe
better.
anything. I only do what I know.
Say less.
What are your weaknesses?
Give me a second to concentrate. What do you want, 3?
As many as you know.
Huh?
Think of every moment you went backwards and stopped. Got stuck, got confused, got distracted. Everything.
I'll give you 3 because that's the way real works. One, impatience. So impulsiveness. Right? Delayed gratification is the key to success. Okay? 2, cloudiness. In other words, drifting, floating. I need to levitate. I need to walk on water. I need that focus, and I need you to hold me accountable to that. That's all I'm asking for you is just to be like hard, like coach me the hardest you can coach me. If you were a basketball coach and you were coaching a prodigy who's 16, like LeBron at 16, how would you coach him? That's how I want you to coach him. And then the last thing is misunderstanding what freedom is. Well, by Real's definition, freedom is discipline, discipline. I need to die every day. Every day, all day. All day. This is day 1, right now.
Who's Brevin then? Let's start dying.
I like pain.
What's a fear right now in your heart?
Rejection. I almost got kicked out of the place. Outcast shit. People don't trust me because I scare them. I'm a dangerous man. I'm a killer, bro.
Do you want killer consequences?
What does
Are
that
you
mean?
at peace with killer consequences?
What does that mean?
Teardrops under your eye mean something.
Say less. Your moon's in Aries, so you already know.
Lived an interesting life. Know
Isn't
a
it
lot of
interesting?
things.
Isn't it interesting that God has presented me to 8 Aries in the last week?
Been gifting a lot of omens. Do you listen to them? It's the question.
I do. You know I do.
You have to know you do.
Aware. Heard.
Power is in knowing.
Not believing.
Not a hint
know
of
shit.
belief.
I know shit. I know it. That's my
What
wife
else
is
you afraid of?
Mockery. When I hear people cackle, it triggers my shame chakra unconsciously. The last couple of days, that wasn't the case because my chakras were in an interesting place.
Well, the
Neutrality, right?
first thing we have to do to die is go in the basement.
Right.
We have to lock ourselves in hell. Be at peace. Be at peace.
Yeah.
And all of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
The pain, the fear, the disassociation, the blame, the rejection, the names, all of it.
I know. It's been my story of my life.
All of it.
I said, yeah.
But remember, the past doesn't exist. When you know, there's no personal history anymore.
Oh shit. All was one. So I was in the space, energy, transcendent space yesterday, where I was losing track of time all the time during the day. I was so in the present. Now, is that sustainable, that state? No.
It is
I'm back on the ground.
sustainable. You have to create.
You
have to be the architect.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're not the architect, it's not sustainable.
Say less. So
If
help
that's
me
your
build.
restaurant.
But
That's your restaurant. Who tells you to get out?
Help me build my
Think
building,
about
bro.
that. No, stop for a second. If that's your restaurant, who tells
I
you
heard
to get
you.
out?
Yeah.
Like you have to think like that. Like in your heart, you have to think like, if this is mine, who tells me to get out? Why isn't this mine?
Say that.
Right? Why isn't this mine?
What did I
Let me
say?
know that. Why isn't that your restaurant right now?
Say less.
No. It's
No, it will be.
conversation. Why isn't that your restaurant?
What I just told you, bro. Impulsiveness,
Okay.
misunderstanding freedom,
Okay.
and floating and drifting. That's why I'm where I'm at 28, and not even more successful. I'm not playing, bro. I told you I'm 1 in a billion. And you are too. So I fuck with you. I told Levi, I said I will always have Elijah's back till death. Loyalty and love. That's my guy. War, bro. War. Maybe not literal war. Maybe.
It's always
spiritual
war.
war. It's always war. Always.
It's always war.
It's always war. It's always war.
We're warriors in a garden, not gardeners in a war.
Bar. Hop on the track. Bro, I'm telling you. Look at me.
What's been pulling you away? What are you not clear on? Because it's really all it is. What's clarity?
What does 6K mean? Give me a vision. What does that mean? To hold that in the mind. Neville Goddard's. No. But what does that mean? Like, what's gonna happen? What could happen? What would happen? What will happen? Like, what does that mean?
Everything is gonna come to light. It's your first walk into death. You having 6K means your power's in your hands, and you get to see what you do with it.
Yeah, but what do I do with that? Where am I going?
You learn to be at peace with reserves.
Peace for me is the highest frequency. Peace and love.
If you had, we call it, what is it? BA. She just posted this.
Take your time.
Wharton term.
It's legend, bro. It's legend. It's legend. That's what this is about. Legend. Eternity. Living for eternity.
BATNA, best alternative to a negotiated agreement.
I know. I watched that. Yes, exactly. So why are you not showing me how to do that, or making me figure it out, or whatever, holding me accountable?
Why do I have to hold you accountable? Are you a child?
No, I mean the template. I am the child.
Told
But
you,
not my child.
save
I'm
6K.
not.
I told you 90 days ago, over 90 days ago. Save 6K. You'll be free.
Okay, so okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You're at Amazon because that was a choice. Like, do you want freedom or do you want a job?
I know, but
You got to answer yourself. Why?
No, I know, bro.
Why don't you listen the first time? That's the question that you really need to start answering. Why don't I listen the first time? Why do I need the recording? I could use the recording. Why do I need the recording?
You asked horrible questions.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, if we're dying, today's the last day. Am I listening to every word like it's the last, or am I waiting for tomorrow?
Okay, but how close are you to me when that's happening?
You tell me.
I need you pressing, bro. If you can, if you want to.
Life is pressing.
I know it is.
You need to be walking the tightrope where death is the only thing fucking chasing you. You think you're alive. That's why you live the life. You don't know what death is yet.
Bar.
You have to be willing to die.
Okay.
You have to get closer to death.
Let's go.
Like, you have to decide to get closer to death. No external thing. No like jumping in the ocean.
Yeah, but listen, I know.
You got to get closer to death.
I know what that feels like. I just fasted for 2 hours, 2 days straight, 48 hours, no food, and I refilled when I got home. But so
now you have to add that second layer. No.
Okay, so I'm just okay. So what does that look like? What are you holding? What are you holding me accountable, and what am I holding myself accountable to with that? That's what I'm saying.
What is your dopamine triggers? Let's go. What are your dopamine triggers? Make a list.
Got you. All right.
You're gonna need to do a self-audit with 5 to 10 people.
I could do that. I have like 40 friends at work. They know me pretty well.
I want you to all give you a self-audit, and I want you to start slapboxing at work. You said war, you need to start slapboxing at work.
Say less. I'm the most aggressive person there.
Let's start slapboxing. We need to be on our toes. I need to get my hands up.
Done.
Treat me like I'm from your neighborhood.
Say less.
You got to get that working. You got to architect your environment, sir. Are you a creator? What are you afraid of?
I'm a god. What are you talking about? I ain't no just a mere creator. Fucking god. Get the fuck out of here.
So what are you afraid of?
Nothing. Shouldn't be nothing. Shouldn't be anything. It's nothing.
So you should make a list every day of all the things you're afraid of.
Noted.
Because all the work's internal.
This is what I'm talking about, intensity. You're giving me assignments. They're going to get done.
All the work is internal. There's work to be done. You just have to be ready. When the student's ready, the teacher will appear. You have to decide, do I want to be at...
No.
Do I want to wait till I'm at the crossroads, or do I want to know that the crossroads is coming? That's the shift. Right? A lot of people wait for the car crash. They don't listen to the whispers. I whisper. I'm not going to yell. Like I said, you're going to die. I'm not going to die. I told you. You just didn't see what was coming around the corner. I'm trying to tell you what's around the corner. Get the 6K. Think about if you would have saved the 6K and we were having this conversation right now.
I don't know what that looks like.
Exactly.
What does that mean? What does that mean? You've done it. You have an idea.
Find out.
What's the Neville Goddard image though?
No, you have to find out.
Oh, okay.
This is why we're in the world the way we are today. This is why people are getting killed and we're not living the life of why R3AL exists.
Yeah.
Because people are given answers to things they did not earn. And they don't know what to do with it because they didn't take the stairs. They took someone's elevator and they think they are where they're not. They're living in delusion.
Say less.
Right? Most people don't know where their food comes from. If they saw a chicken get its head cut off, they would scream and squeal. But they love fried chicken. They love it.
Intensity.
Reality.
Yeah.
What did I say yesterday? Get close to nature. Get away from the confusion. Get close to nature. Find the farms.
My definition of nature, right?
Find the farm. No, real nature. Get close to the people who are killing things. Get close to people who are actually living on the land. Know where they are.
The intensity goes up. The 6K happens quicker.
The reality happens
I'm
quicker.
telling you, bro. Press me.
The reality happens quicker.
I am playing.
So create a deadline. You know the numbers. I can't tell you the metrics. What's the metrics? How much hours do you have to work to make $6,000 appear in your savings account? And then how do you put that in a 4% savings account? And then put that in some bonds. And then you have 6K growing at 4%. Now you're a real adult. That again, most adults don't like. Again, you can ask 100 people on the street. They will not know any of these things I'm actually telling you. They will not have conducted themselves to understand what's actually being articulated.
Yes, sir.
So what are we getting rid of? I need a list of 10 things you're getting rid of.
Write it down. For what? 30 days? That cool?
Rest of your life.
Yeah.
Unless you want to be one of these guys you see walking around. That's your future. Restaurant will get you right there. 35 and 40 working in a restaurant. Making $1,000 a week. Nice car outside. You have your futures in front of you too. You got to remember that. You're pre-programmed with your reality.
Right.
Do you understand that?
I do. Yes, I understand that.
No, do you really understand what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
There's realities in front of your hands. I have 2 uncles and a grandfather in the house right now. I can make or break the reality I create. I can take and listen and compound and use data today, like my Amazon's letter to shareholders, or I can follow the path subconsciously. It's written. I don't question. I can say, oh, that's my grandfather. I'm gonna do the same thing. That's my uncle. Does. I'm gonna do the same thing. He does this. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna do that because you don't think about it. So you have to be conscious of this because you have 2 realities. You have your father's reality and your brother's reality. You pick.
Fuck that shit, bro. That's why I'm not playing. I'm not playing.
But it needs to be lived. Action.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Well, I'm an Aries, so
Everyone around you
say less.
should respect that that's the truth.
Say less. The real truth might be real truth.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. As we just watched the video, there's no holidays. You have to say, like, I'm going to focus. If you're going to step away, you got to say, I'm going to step away. And I'm going to do what I have to do.
I'm ready to die, bro. I'm ready to die and show you what I got.
You got to commit.
I told you. I'll tell you for the third time.
Everyone around you should be holding you accountable to you being what that means.
Less. Yeah.
So what does that mean? What does it truly mean?
Yeah. Standards. Highest standards. Highest form of creation. Highest order of creation.
And ask yourself, why do I need all this pressure to make those decisions?
That's a great question. Because I feel alone. That's the past programming. I feel
this is why you need the 6K.
Why?
because you need to learn what it feels like to be safe.
Bro, that's a bar.
This is everyone's fight. This is why you need to make the 6K. Everyone's fight is what you're going to feel getting to 6K. Then you'll understand every person. None of these people have 6K saved up for savings. The average American doesn't have $500 saved for an emergency. We're in a country full of fucking idiots. By their own design. It was architected, but we have free will. We can make different decisions. We can create our reality. We can choose differently. As I just told you, I have examples in front of me. I can follow my grandfather's footprints, or I could acknowledge what he did and live the life I live now. I can listen to my uncle and understand letters to shareholders, or I can go. He made a good living. He ended his career with a couple hundreds of thousands of dollars. He bought an AMG off the lot, cash. That's cool. That's a frequency. And I can use that and say, oh, wait, I can step above that. There's something greater. I can use it, or I can be it, right? With everything.
I want to be one of the greatest creators ever to do it.
Based on whose standards? That's the part where you get confused.
Say less.
Kanye is not a great creator. He's a great example of what's possible. He's not a great creator because he's getting praise now.
Say less. Say less. Legacy.
Da Vinci.
Legacy. 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 Legacy.
Real
That's what this is about.
Doesn't get acknowledged in that way at that
Let me ask you,
scale.
let me ask you a question. If my niece is a driving force of someone that I would die for, I treat her like my daughter. What does 6K mean in that respect? And what would that catapult to? Here comes the sun. Because when I hold that image of her in my mind, it creates a lot of force and drive and depth and focus, right?
Why don't you have your own?
22.
The reality of that question is, why are you not creating your own family? Because there's still fear.
I am.
But there's still fear.
Say less.
Right?
Yeah.
Because what the reality of that is, again, is you buy back your time. What really should be happening is you start negotiating what the family's doing and what you're doing and being like, hey, we need to sit and talk about this man to man. No, I don't like that shit. Like your brother, I don't like that shit. No, we need to do something else. We need to sit down and have rules around this. If you get mad when I do this, we need rules. You need to set that up for your family. Say, no, we need rules. Dad, me, you, mom's over there. I don't give a fuck. It's me, you, and him. He has a daughter. I'm gonna have some kids. I'm gonna get married. We need to start. What's the estate? What's our legacy? What's my trust? What's the insurance policy on you, Dad? You don't have a fucking insurance policy, Dad? Brother, why does he have a fucking insurance policy on him right now? He's this age. He has this health. He needs an insurance policy. It's $600 a month. We need to be paying $600 a month. So when he goes, we get $1 million. You got $250 going to her. I get $250. You get this. We put this here. What's the plan? What do we do?
Yeah.
That should be your only conversation at heart. You can play if you want, but you need to know what the fuck you're doing. You need to know what the fuck you're doing.
I love you, bro.
I love you also. You need to know what the fuck you're doing.
Unconditionally.
Exactly. You need to know what the fuck you're doing, though.
All right.
That's the only thing I ask. You need to know what the fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you're doing. You need to say, I did this because this, and this, and stand on it. You made that decision.
I got you. Yeah.
Everything else doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
Yep.
It's irrelevant. People are going to judge your actions. You have to know your intention. You can't believe, though. You can't fucking believe. That is belief bullshit. I thought about no. I know what the fuck I was doing. I'm like aware of the consequences. I made the decision. Yeah, I had sex with her. I was aware of the consequences. Now I got to deal with them. Yeah, I did that. I was aware of the consequences. Now I have to, because the conversation you have with yourself. Fuck the cop. Fuck the parent. I have to deal with the consequences. You don't have to fucking help me. You could. That's cool, but you don't have to fucking help me. I have to deal with it.
What is your interpretation of knowingness about transforming one's consciousness?
Intuition. We all have a spiritual connection to the Most High Creator, our highest self. And real is all about you should be listening to that voice above all else. The only thing I teach. You have to know what is being conveyed. Your omens are for you. They're not for me. I can't dissect your omens. I could remember you. You can come to me with an omen, and there may be a transmission there, but the message is for you. It's not for anyone else. Everything in our life happens for us. Because again, I'm saying this because I do things by myself for a reason, but at the end of the day, you're by yourself. Like, you're with everyone, but at the end of the day, like, if you got to sleep by yourself. Even if you're sleeping with someone, you have to live in your own head. So if you don't like what's going on in there, you got to figure it the fuck out. Or stop doing it. Remember, Derek said this one time. You're doing something you're ashamed of, stop fucking doing it. Like, if you're doing something you're ashamed of, stop fucking doing it. Because remember, you're in control of your thoughts and your actions at all given times.
Tony Robbins.
Right? Your thoughts and your actions at all given times. So if you're thinking some bullshit, you can change your thoughts. Or if you're doing some bullshit, you can change your actions. Or you could be a peasant and not use your brain and let someone else write the roadmap. So it's deep, deep, deep introspection because you have to know your intention. It's the most important thing here. You have to know your intention. And get away from the sticklers.
I need to be doing yoga and pull-ups, stretching during breaks instead of going outside and chit-chatting the bottom 97%.
No more chit chat. That's all you say. No more chit chat.
Okay, but guess what? I just told you that. So I told you that. So it's not. That's what I'm holding myself accountable. Intensity goes up.
Boom. You should be ripped. You should be on your best behavior because you have these constraints. You have a job. You have a schedule. There's a gift to schedules. You
Right.
Say, okay, I don't have to think about this.
Entrepreneurial. Yeah.
No. It's optimization at its finest. You have someone giving you a framework. This is why he schedules 6 months in ahead. He doesn't have to think about it. He doesn't have to wake up and set the agenda.
Well, that's why
he's doing a different art.
Yeah.
It's a different art. Right? There's the art of surrenderance, which is I'm going to find leadership. I'm going to surrender to leadership, and I'll become the best version of myself. Right? But there is parts of accountability based on what you're asking for. Right? But you have to decide what you're looking to do, so you can walk down that path. Because remember, if you're jumping past, right?
Exactly.
There's only so many people that are going to hop ship with you. You know? Focus. Not even it's clarity. I'm not gonna say focus, it's clarity. Because everything known to be true, I don't believe is true. So there's no finite answer. The part that I'm really imputing upon you is to be able to listen to yourself at your core. So when you do say something, it's very concise and convicted. It's not, I'm kind of, sort of. And that kind of, sort of should only be there if you don't want to explain something to someone. It shouldn't be there because you actually don't know. I speak vaguely because people don't want to understand. They're asking to be nosy. They're not asking with a sense of actual concern. People don't care. People don't give a fuck about what's actually going on.
Ignorance plus.
People are very self-important by design of the current state of reality, right? And we get to go create a world where that's something different. We pay attention to each other. We are empathetic. We do look each other in the face, right? We're not distracted, looking in phones and and then when someone dies, they're like, "How did they die? Why were they suicidal?" Did you ever ask them how they were? Did you ever ask them, did they sleep? Did you ever ask them if they were all right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I've sat next to people where I'm like, he wouldn't have died if he was around me. That's the one thing that's not going to happen. When in my presence, you're not going to die. You may die somewhere else. You're not going to die in my presence, though. If you're in my circumference for at least 30, 60, 90 days, that's not what's going to happen. I know that for a fact. I pay attention. There's little things. When I was on the farm, there's one individual who is very similar to you in your, let me say this way. He was very eccentric in his approach to things and would not speak and would have outbursts. But because the way the environment was, because we're sensitive beings, it was very dismissive of what reality was. Very dismissive, very gaslighting, very like subconsciously destructive to human psyche and energy. And one day I was cutting up some watermelon for myself, and I just walked over and made sure he had some. And he didn't even know how to react. He was like, "Why did he give me watermelon?" Like I was like, "That's just what he does." Because the other house they lived with me, I was making them juices in the morning. Like if I'm controlling the vibe, I'm controlling the vibe.
Is it back with Real Monster or recently?
This was like 90 days ago in Vermont.
Oh, yeah.
One of the persons just gave him, but I'm saying that to say that the small suggestion, like even another one last year, I went to a retreat spot and I was like, "Yeah, you're gonna get the sauna set up for me." He gets the sauna set up. I had like a couple hundred in my pocket. I took out 100 and was like, "Yo," tapped him up, gave him $100, and he was like, "Oh my god!" And then he like said something. I turned around, I was like, "Come back here. Let me give you a hug. Why we need to make money a thing. Like, it's not I'm gonna pass this to you. No, I love you. Like I'm giving you this as appreciation. Thank you. You got this sauna for me. I spent like tens of hours in the sauna. I spent like 6 hours straight in that sauna after he did that.
How long ago was this? Was this a Muji thing you were telling me about?
No, this was last year. Last year around this time, maybe a month
Bro,
ago.
I love going to restaurants like this or anywhere and tipping like a lot. Like that's like a motivating, like what you're talking about.
But you have to do it with more intimacy. You have to live with more intimacy, brother.
Say less. Yeah.
If you say love, you have to.
That's what no. Listen, I crave that. I crave that.
I know you do, but you're cheeky about it.
I know. Okay. What do you mean?
You're cheeky about it.
No. What do you mean?
People, because you like the other side, it's like putting a gun to someone's head, right? There's 6 human needs, right? Putting a gun to someone's head, you get the same intimacy, you get variety,
out of here, bro.
You get significance. It's still the same thing. It's just
that's a great point. Yeah.
So it's like I can get it from someone willing to kill me. That's a very intimate moment. We're having sex in that moment. We're looking at each other, ready to like destroy one another. Like
yeah.
Or you can do it on the reverse. I'm in such power that I can be of positive magnetism.
Vibration frequency, right? That's what I live for, is being on such a high frequency that I light up a room. I run a room.
But
that's the power thing.
But now you need to understand that in a way. This is what did we speak about? Believe it was yesterday. I told you compassion. The difference between genius and insanity.
Insanity.
The ability to hear the person you were talking to.
Yep.
When you're in that dance, you have to, and this is the artistry of it. The art is the person feels what is being conveyed.
For real.
And the message gets across because you're listening, not because you're telling, because you're listening.
Understanding.
And that's the shift. When you start listening differently, and then again, it's to yourself though, because again, if this is why I'm doing. This is more mental than me telling you go do that, because the actions are not going to add. The actions won't add to anything. What I'm teaching you right now, I can't teach Kai Cenat.
Who?
Kai Cenat.
Who are you talking about?
You have to look him up.
Kai Cenat?
Yeah, Kai.
All right. Well, what do you mean? Before I'm gonna look it up later. But like, what are you trying to say?
I'm saying.
Who is he?
What you're learning right now is not through orders. This is through the peace that people get to. Most people don't get to. Some people get to when they get to certain levels of success. There's a point where they realize they need God, and they realize spirit is influencing them, and then they go find something. Exactly. They don't fully go deep, but they go find something. And they say, I want to go on a retreat. I want to go here, because they didn't do the introspection stuff. They left that side out, right? We've been taught for the last I'll take 2,500 years to go the other way. We traditionally and indigenously lived in the one consciousness of realizing we are all one, but we were conditioned to start turning objects into separate entities. Now, this computer's not me, this phone's not me, this cat's not me, that person's not me, but everything is you. Remember, sound doesn't really exist.
I know. I watched it. I know. That's crazy.
Split
So what is your voice saying? What is your voice? Where's your voice coming from?
Where's your voice?
Well, you know, the tree of the forest. Listen. The tree of the forest. It's like if someone's speaking to themselves, talking to themselves, no one's there to listen. Are they really talking?
Well, no.
Tree of the forest.
Sound is. I'll give you the vision because this is where real started from again.
Okay.
I seen a car accident at my school bus stop, and I was high as shit off of strawberry cough. And I'm looking at the car accident, and then I realized I used to hang out with this girl, Christina Valentine. And I'm looking, and I'm like, we didn't see the same thing. We saw the same thing. We didn't see the same thing. She wears glasses. She's about a foot shorter than me. And she was on the opposite side of me. I was like, we didn't see the same thing. There's no moment in reality where we ever see the same thing. It's impossible.
So what are the consequences of that?
No, there's no consequences of reality. The reality is we only see what we see.
Say less.
We're only one fingerprint. There's no other you. And our divinity is the expression of what that frequency is. We all come from one universe. We're all one song.
Universe, yes, exactly. Yes, I love
But
that.
everything's based on like acoustics. Think of it that way. Every house is not going to play the record the same. Certain sounds you won't hear with the right headphones. Right, or rolling headphones. That's why engineering is so important. But what are you engineering? Why masonry is important. Right? The architecture. If I'm looking at things at the highest level, I have a different perspective. I see behind the walls. I see through the walls. I see behind the mask. But remember, get there through going inward, not outward. You could run outward as far as you want. The end is already here. There you go.
I do remember this before.
I'm committed to doing Wim Hof shit. Back at it. Cold plunges, cold showers, breathing, yoga. I'm gonna get a subscription for that.
Go do it. There's communities for this stuff right around you. They're waiting for you. You just have to shift your frequency. You literally just have to shift your frequency. The reason I send you those billionaire interviews because there's shifting the frequency. There's humans doing everything. There's people changing the world right now as we speak.
Yeah.
It's just what frequency am I on? Am I listening to Derek or am I listening to Jeff Hoffman? I'm listening to 𝖇𝖗𝖊𝖓𝖇𝖊𝖑𝖑. Everything's being done already. It's just again what frequency.
The highest, bro. We're up. Real is the highest fucking standard. So the frequency has to be the highest. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. Like neutrality is cool and shit, but that and above at all times. Grounded neutrality, right? Feet in the grass, right?
Now you have to find the top 3% in your
exactly.
zip code.
But that will once I. It's never
No. You're creating time. Time doesn't exist.
It's already here.
You need to identify right now.
Yes,
Where's your phone? Whatever town you are in, you need to know right now.
Yeah.
What is the most wealthy neighborhood? Not by your phone.
Near the beach.
Not by your. No. I need you to know. Like I need you to look it up right now on your phone. Like I need you to know factually, based on aggregated data, because these are measurements of the system we're articulating right now. You need to know what's the average income, the median. Like these are the data points you should be aware of. This is that second layer that I can't teach somebody this in awareness, but like these are the things you have to rationalize in your environment. Yep. What is the average income? How much does a house sell in this environment? What's the average car? What's the person's average job? Because remember, the money's not made there. but
Right.
people are making money there.
Right.
Like, where did you go to the yachts in the Cleveland sign?
If we're talking about the same one, I've been there all the time. The Cleveland side, but the actual yacht club.
Where the yachts are, yes.
How about that's an assignment? I get there.
You need to go to
talk
the
about it,
most.
I know.
All right, look, find out this information. Tell me the highest grossing income, please. What are the
In
best
Lakewood,
things?
in Lakewood.
Wherever you physically are, whatever the physical zip code for where you are right now.
But where I perform, bro, there's fucking Porsches and Audis and
That's cute.
I got you.
That's cute.
I know.
That's cute. I'll go drive. I'll go show you a house that's a fucking football field. They have a bridge to go from side to side. Shit's
It's
different.
hilarious, bro. It's hilarious. I know it's different, bro. You want the median or actually the highest? Like,
I need you to see all of it.
well, let's take me some research, and we're short on time at TEA. So, like,
No,
I'll
it's
look
never.
it up.
No, it's never. It's right now. Right now. You could walk out the door and meet somebody that could be the person who runs everything. This is how frequency works. Your awareness, if it's not in your brain, you're not going to experience it. If you knew the person, you could walk down. You could literally walk out the door right now, or he could walk inside right now. You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Who owns that place? What real estate group owns that place? What investment fund or investment team? There's an investment group that owns that, or it's a family. It's one or the other. You need to know this information. So next time someone fucks with you, you say, "I know Anthony. Let me fucking call Anthony. Anthony, I'm being a dick today."
I met the owner. I met the owner yesterday. I shook his hand and introduced myself. So we're on that.
I need income. Give me a number.
Bro, what am I typing in Google? It keeps giving me median.
Highest income in Lakewood.
Okay. Thank you. This is what I'm talking about. Intensity. I need this shit. Crave it. You know.
These are the things you need to be fixated on. I will not stop until I get these answers.
Say less.
Because these answers are pivotal points. These are literally projection shifts in your consciousness. If you find out that the top five, like example, where I live right now, right? Most of the families that actually run businesses, they do home services.
Oh, close me out, but then I'm just after this call. So take that. You're all. No. How much was it? How much was it? Okay. Cool. Thanks, man. You working tomorrow? I'll see you when I see you, all right? All right.
Wealthiest families in Lakewood.
That's public information.
Everything's public.
You're a funny dude.
When you're playing the game, everything's public.
Yeah, remember we've been on the call that I walked down there. That's what they're talking about. I showed you the fucking houses, bro.
Wealthiest families. Did they give you names and businesses?
No.
What
Well,
does it say?
okay, yeah. Cleveland.com. Here, hold up.
These are the things you need to do in every environment.
Yeah,
You should understand the GDP of every country that you think about, every zip code that you think about.
Right. That's why you study 5 hours a day. That's why
Exactly.
I create 5 hours a day. Yes. 3.4 billion.
3.4 billion what?
The guns.
That's their net worth?
In 2015, yes, 3.4 billion.
That's the net worth of the richest people or the zip code?
The family dynasty, bro.
That's their name is the Guns?
GUND. The GUND.
Guns. What do they own? What industries are they?
They're a banking.
Banking family?
Yeah.
Well, find out. Go a
Thank
little
you.
deeper. What are they invested in? Go a little deeper. What are they invested in?
Brevin. How are you?
I saw you.
Intimacy.
Hi.
Intimacy. Test right now. Intimacy. Next time. Intimacy. Next time. Intimacy. You grab a hand, you hold it, you count to 3. Eye contact.
Let's go. Let's go.
Every person. Look at me. Every
Yeah.
fucking person. You
I
shake their
got
hand, you look them in the eye, 3 seconds. You give a little head nod.
I ain't playing, bro.
Presence.
I ain't playing, bro.
Presence.
Exactly. Kellogg's. They own Kellogg's. The cereal.
Did you
And
see?
banks.
You're starting to see. That's
This
in your
motherfucker.
neighborhood.
Fuck him. Fuck him, though.
No. It's all love.
It's all love.
It's
It's
always
all
love.
love. It's always love.
Because love is understanding.
Understanding.
Exactly.
The law. The law.
Exactly.
The law. Yeah.
Exactly. That's your
Rockefeller.
neighborhood. Think about that, though. Think about where you are right now. But then, like, stop for a second. This country's built on their backs.
Yeah.
Think about that. It's like, stop that. Stop for a second.
I
This country is built on their backs. That's under your fucking feet right now. Your network is your net worth.
That's the theme of November. Intimacy. Thank you. Be safe, all right?
These are the little things you need to shift because your point of perception is what matters. You own the warehouse. You don't work at the warehouse.
I changed the whole warehouse, the whole culture, and that's so.
You
that's
own the
mindset.
warehouse.
Yes, I own
You
that
work
shit.
at the warehouse.
I hear you. I hear you. That's day one. Like I said at the beginning of this fucking call, bro. Day one. Let's go.
6K.
Okay. You good?
Never.
Good? Never,
Always
never, never.
great.
Always
Always.
great. Exactly. Don't hesitate to send game like you did today. I set time aside and digested that. I love that. I just want to put that out there in terms of the intensity level. But you have my commitment with every single one of these things, and new life, new reality.
Most
Now-
important thing is you need those 10 self-audits and you have to start slapboxing at work.
Bro, I wrote that down. It's happening. I'm gonna put this all in the Notion.
And you need to tell your boss, like, hey, we're going to start having a little
I'm
bit
asking my
of-
supervisor, the guy who runs all of Amazon, to do an audit on me. He knows of you, bro. I told you that. I talk about you all the time.
I need you to be the example of the greatest student. That's the shift. That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
the
Mental
teacher
things,
shows up. The teacher shows up when the student is ready. Right?
greatness.
Right.
Greatness. Good
Right.
to great. Jim Collins.
Right.
Um, 6K.
Yep.
Highest performance in 6K.
Family legacy, bro. I need to start popping some kids out.
You need to start understanding what you want from your wife. So you
Say
can be the
less.
best man.
Say less. Yeah, say less.
Love you,
Or
brother.
who that is. Love you too, bro.
No. She comes when the framework comes. Remember, at the highest
Yeah, good.
frequency.
Yes. Yes.
You're working with the universe, not against it. All right. One
Yeah, I got
soul. All right.
All right, bro.
Love is law.
Love is law.
Family is business.
Love you, bro. Talk soon.
All right.